Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick from Fit Futures here with yet another answer to yet another question. Today's question comes from Edna in Cambridge. Her question is around anaerobic and aerobic training. She says, Nick, I love aerobic and anaerobic training and energy system development, but I've developed an injury and I can't run. What can I do? Can I still train? Simple answer is yes, you absolutely can still train. You don't need to run in order to develop your energy systems. So those of you that have studied with us, maybe those of you that are prospective students and will soon sign up and study with us, will learn all about the energy systems. And during your readings of the learning material or your various lessons through us, you will learn about what each system is, the characteristics involved, the fuel sources, how we can train them. Typically, you'll be told to work with specific training intensities, low, moderate, high, specific work-rest ratios as well. Now, a work-rest ratio just refers to the amount of time you spend performing an activity, so let's say for argument's sake 10 seconds, versus the amount of rest that you get after completing that activity. Typical for aerobic, you'd be looking at 1:1 up to about 1:3. That just means for every 10 seconds of work, you'll be getting 2 or even 3 times the amount of rest or equal rest. So for example, if it's 1:1 and I was to work for a minute, I would get a minute's rest. Okay, that's how the work to rest ratios work. But there's varying work to rest ratios depending on the type of energy system that you're looking to develop. Now, of course, we have 3 of those. We've got the ATP-PCR system, we've got glycolytic, we've got aerobic. The 2 anaerobic systems are forceful. They are high intensity. Okay, that means that the body's ticking over and producing energy at a quick rate. Whereas aerobically, we have the presence of oxygen. Things are a little bit slower, but we can produce a little bit more. It's just we can't quite keep up with the demand of sprints and intense training with that system. Okay. So how would you train it? You would manipulate your work-to-rest ratios still. So if that is what we're working off from a simplistic standpoint, that means that you can do that irrespective of whether you are running or not running. So what other ways can we train? Well, if your knee, I'm assuming it's a knee injury, if your knee can tolerate cycling, then you can jump on the cycle. A lot of professional athletes, typically those at the Brisbane Broncos when they were training with Dr. Baker, he would still train people that were injurious, so injurious populations. They might have a knee injury, they might have a high ankle sprain. Yes, they can't run, but they can row, they can cycle, they can perform other modes of exercise and work within the specific criteria for work and rest ratios that correspond to whatever energy system you are looking to develop, and over time you can still see improvements. So that's what I suggest you do. Hop on the rower, hop on the cycle, maybe even throw in some metabolic conditioning and perform burpees and what have you, anything that your body can tolerate. Especially if it's a case of you're not enjoying running, throw in some resistance training style exercises to those specific work-rest ratios and you will see some improvement in terms of energy system development. I hope that answered your question. If you want to know more and you haven't studied with us, come and study with us. If you do study with us, do your readings in the learning material. If you're just interested in the videos as well, there is plenty more where that came from. So click the link, continue to follow us. We'll have more answers to more questions. And until next time, team, keep well.